A Florida man speeds 100 miles per hour, tells the deputies he has business at the Ritz Hotel. A 12-year-old girl is accused of selling stun guns in a Florida school. A woman attacked her roommate in Florida for playing the same song over and over again on a loop. And a Florida man is accused of jumping naked on a neighbor's trampoline before breaking into their home. These are the stories for Friday on Weird AF News. It's Florida Friday. That means all the stories are from Florida. You guys know. On Florida Friday, only on Weird AF News. This is a special edition of Florida Friday because Jonesy is drunk. Drunk Florida Friday episode. Whee! You guys are really in for it now. Your host is drunk. It's Florida Friday. I can't think of a better combination than a drunk host and Florida Friday. Come on, let's do it.
Those bizarre stories you hear about all the time that seem to only happen here in Florida. I know, right?
Can't make this stuff up. It is just one of the many wacky news stories out of Florida.
Why does the Sunshine State consistently produce such strange news?
But what accounts for all this bizarre news? Is it the weather? Is it the people?
Florida is full of the crazy stories.
A Florida man speeds at 100 miles per hour. He told the police he had business at the Ritz Carlton. Yeah, that'll get you out of a speeding ticket. They'll let you go. You got business at the Ritz Carlton. Yes, we all do. We all have business at the Ritz Carlton, sir. You still can't go 100 miles an hour through a 25 or however slow the area was. I'm guessing it's a 25. This is a Floridian. You think a Florida person cares about 25-mile-an-hour limits? Hell no. This is Florida. This Florida man was arrested after speeding through a crash site. Oh, my goodness. It's also a crash site. It's very uncouth, part of my language, uncouth to drive very fast through a crash site because sometimes you got people, they've just been in a crash and they're disoriented, and then they flail about in the middle of the road. Sometimes they fall into the middle of the road. And if you're speeding through a crash site, Floridian, that is against the rules. He told the officers he sped through the crash site because he had business at the Ritz Carlton Hotel. What kind of business you got, bro, at the business? At the Ritz Carlton Hotel, I'm wondering. That's a very fancy-ass hotel. Joshua Gaukman, age 24, was arrested. He's only 24 years old. What kind of business this guy has at the Ritz Carlton? What is he, an influencer? So I'm an influencer. I have business at the Ritz Carlton. Yes. Going to take some photos of my face at the Ritz Carlton, right in front of the fountain. It's a good place to take selfies. I'm on a business mission. Don't you know who I am? I'm an influencer. I have 1,200 followers. Recognize. He was arrested, this guy, Joshua. Of course, he's arrested. He's facing multiple charges. Here's some of the charges that he's facing, as if these aren't foreign to a Floridian. Aggravated assault on an officer. Yeah, I mean, your average Floridian has at least one aggravated assault on a police officer, I would say, right? Probably 1 in 4. Possession of cocaine. Yeah, that's probably like 90% of Floridians have been charged with possession of cocaine. That's nothing, man. That's like the cocaine gateway, Florida, you know? Everybody's been arrested for possession of cocaine. That's nothing. That's like jaywalking to them. Like, no problem. Possession of cocaine, that's all you got? Pfft, that's like a parking ticket where I'm from. He was also charged with drug equipment possession. Oh, man. You mean paraphernalia? That's what I love that word. I was hoping to see that word again. Drug paraphernalia, which is just the most difficult word to say. I think they invented that word just so lawyers can look like clowns in a courtroom as they try and say it. My client has been charged with drug paraphernalia. Damn it. Drug equipment possession, Your Honor. Drug equipment. I assume to smoke the cocaine or who knows what. He's also charged with a DUI. That's the least of his worries. He was driving 100 miles an hour, this maniac, with drug paraphernalia. I can't drive 55. I can't drive without drug equipment. This is your average Floridian. At around 10:41 p.m., here's the history of this showdown. Officers were handling the site of a serious crash on Tamiami Trail. Tamiami Trail? That sounds like a lovely place where there's an abundance of tiki bars and hula dancers. Yes, welcome to Tamiami Trail. Everybody has cocaine. So this resulted in a power line coming down. Ooh, a power line came down. Oh, does Joshua Gaukman, age 24, give a damn about power lines? No, he drives 100 miles per hour through the power lines. This is how it happened. Suddenly, a BMW owned by Joshua, traveling 100 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour. 145. It's only twice the speed limit. The BMW appeared and sped around a barricade of cones and a marked patrol car with emergency lights activated. This dude is so messed up, he doesn't even see the lights. This guy's really coked out. He's got business at the Ritz Carlton. He has to purchase more cocaine because he's coming down. Authorities were able to catch up to the car, pull it over. Officers found Joshua to be the driver with a baggie of white powder in plain sight. A baggie of white powder. Who wrote this police report? A child? I saw a baggie of white powder. The baggie later tested positive for cocaine. I just can't get over that it's called a baggie. Hey, you guys, what are you guys doing tonight? I don't know. I was going to the club. Well, maybe we should get some baggies of white powder. Yeah, that'll make our club experience way better if we get some baggies of white powder. Do you know a Floridian? It later tested positive for cocaine. Officers noted that he was only wearing... He's wearing boxer briefs and one sock. He had to get more baggies of white powder. He had no time to put on a second sock. Officers, what do you think this is? One sock. Hilarious. No time. No time for shoes even. This guy didn't even put on any flip-flops. You know, most Floridians at least have time to throw on some flip-flops. This guy's like, screw the flip-flops. I need baggies of white powder, and I know where they're at. The Ritz Carlton. That's where I have business. Gawkman was placed in a patrol vehicle and had trouble responding to the officers. He would also grunt sexual noises when officers would walk by him. Grunting sexual noises. Were they genuine? Were the officers just looking good this night? I mean, or just was Gawkman on so much blow that it's just like everything was great? Grunting sexual noises. Oh, looking good in those boots, officer. Ooh, yeah. FHP, Florida Highway Patrol, getting me. You guys know how to walk around a vehicle. Damn, strut. You strut around my Beamer. You strut. I'm feeling good. I'm going to get you guys some baggies of white powder, too. Stay up all night with me. You guys are looking good. You deserve these sexual noises. Now, running through his charges, I don't think there's a charge against grunting sexual noises at an officer. I mean, unless you call it aggravated assault on an officer. Maybe that's what it is. If you grunt sexual noises at an officer, is that considered aggravated assault? Could be. So just be careful, guys. If you guys, looking good in that hat. Just be careful. While reading Joshua his Miranda rights, he became very sarcastic with the police and said, "Oh, this is how we're doing this? Oh, this is how we're doing this. Yeah, bro, this is how we're doing this because you're coked up in one sock going 100 miles an hour through a crash site. This is exactly how we're doing this." You're lucky they didn't just beat the snot out of you, Joshua Gawkman, whatever your name is. Gawkman sounds more apropos. When the officer asked Gawkman if he understood what was going on, Gawkman remained silent for 17 seconds. Well, they have very specific descriptions on what went down in this arrest. 17 seconds of silence until the officer asked if he had any questions. Gawkman sarcastically responded, "I thought you wanted me to remain silent." This guy deserves to go to jail just forever and have the snot beat out of him. These 24-year-old dudes that drive Beamers and have unlimited supplies of baggies of white powder, they just deserve to get the crap beat out of them. Like, humble time, Gawkman. You deserve to be in a cell for many, many days. You know. Gawkman said he would like to actually speak with a female officer. That's what he requested. No, you don't get what you want, Gawkman, when you're going 100 through a 45 with one sock. A Florida girl, age 12, is accused of selling stun guns at her school. This girl, just trying to make a buck. Just trying to make it in life. Just be thankful she's not selling AR-15s. It is Florida, after all. A 12-year-old gal, Tampa student, a hustler, baby. She's facing charges this afternoon, after whatever day this is, after she sold stun guns to her classmates at the middle school. Hey, guys, meet me in my locker. I got a nice display of stun guns that you might want to take a look at. All right, they're very helpful in 2021. You know, we have to, listen, we can't own a gun until we're 14, so in Florida, so we have to get stun guns until then. So until we get guns at the age of 14, guys, and RPGs, we're going to have to use these stun guns. Jonesy, the gun age in Florida isn't 14. Well, it seems like it. It really seems like it. I don't think there's any laws in Florida, really, if we're going to really break it down. Does anybody feel like there's laws in Florida? I feel like there's no laws in Florida. This is the end of, this is like lawlessness at its peak, Florida. No one gives a damn. Got children with stun guns here. According to the Tampa Police Department, a staff member at the school alerted the administration, that's French for the school employees, the administration, that the student brought the stun guns on the campus. A school resource officer removed the student from class, and she admitted to purchasing 5 electric stun guns online and brought them to school to sell to other students, later adding that she had sold 3 stun guns already. Wow. Isn't that great? We live in a world where just a 12-year-old can order stun guns online. Is anybody else alarmed by this state of affairs? I mean, we were all sitting around going, wow, 18-year-olds can order AR-15s online? That's pretty alarming. Is it as alarming as a 12-year-old ordering stun guns? Like a whole cache of stun guns? I like that word, cache. When you're describing like a sort of like a delivery of guns, you should say cache. It's just like, I don't know, guys. I watched a lot of spy movies. I know what I'm talking about. Like, she could order a whole cache of stun guns at the age of 12 online. No sweat. No sweat. The girl was found to be in possession of 2 black ViperTech stun guns. Police say there was no threat made to any individual or the school itself. She was taken to Juvenile Assessment Center, charged with possession of a weapon on school property. Tampa police say 3 stun guns have still not been located at this time. Yeah, because she sold them, and the kids aren't giving them back. What do you think? Could someone please just turn them in, please? Just, I know you have them. Just, could you just give them over to, hand them over to us? We won't prosecute you. Nothing's going to happen to you. What do you think? Florida children are stupid? No, they're very crafty. I mean, the fact that they already know at the age of 12 that they need stun guns because they live in a state where you need stun guns at the minimum, because someone's going to run up to your car touching themselves. That's what's going to happen. Someone's going to try and break in your house and dry hump your flip-flops right in front of you. Like, this is what's going to happen in Florida. This is Florida. Someone's going to drive 100 miles per hour through your crash site with 1 sock, high on coke. This is Florida. You need stun guns. I don't blame these kids at all. At all. They realize the situation. They were born into an environment. They see what the deal is. Look, if you were born in the Amazon, you would look around and go, okay, I need a spear. Someone hand me a spear? Screw you, I'll just make a spear. I'll get a little rock. I'll tie it onto the end of a stick. Next thing you know, I got a spear. Maybe I will upgrade to the bow and arrow at some point in the future. I see my environment. I see there's jaguars chilling and, 3-toed sloths that are probably not that dangerous, but I'm still hungry. Maybe I want one. All right, maybe I want to take down a 3-toed sloth and stick it in a fryer later at some point and get me some fried sloth toe. Followed by a fried Oreo. Delicious treats from the jungle. Yeah. What do you think? Teenagers in Florida aren't looking around going, damn, bro, we need some weapons around here. What are we going to do? And then, of course, this girl who they didn't name, let's say her name is Lori. It's a strange name for a 12-year-old. I don't think they name them Loris anymore. That was more like my generation. You had a bunch of Loris. Now they're named like Winnetka or like Skyrim. So Skyrim says, you know what, guys? I see the situation we're all in. Don't worry. I got your back. I'm going to get you guys some stun guns because I know what it's like to walk home from a Tampa school. I know what it's like to have strangers run up to you, try and steal your shit. I know what it's like to sit at a bus stop in Tampa, Florida, and have some strange man wearing no clothes run up to you and start singing the thong song to you. Got an alligator in my backyard and nobody cares.
nobody cares. Got an alligator in my patio, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Had an alligator at my birthday party, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. Had an alligator in the front seat of my Volkswagen, and nobody cared, 'cause it's Florida. Alligators everywhere, and nobody cares. In Florida, there's alligators everywhere, and nobody cares.
Florida woman attacks her roommate for playing the same song over and over again on a loop. Well, what's the song? I need to know first before I make a judgment here. Some songs you can play over and over on a loop. Other songs, not pleasing. Like if you play Piano Man over and over on a loop, I'm gonna kill you. That's what's gonna happen. I'm tired of these songs that have just been overplayed. There's a few of them. There's a little handful of songs that I think have been overplayed, and when I hear them, I'm tired of it. I'm plain old tired of it. I don't need to hear Piano Man ever again. I don't need to hear Don't Stop Believin' ever again. I know a lot of people take umbrage to that. Umbrage, Jonesy, what a word. I know. This is where I tap into my brain because I've had a few drinks. So this is what you get. You get umbrage. Yeah. What else? Living on a Prayer. Go to hell with that song. I don't ever need to hear it ever again. Living on a Prayer. Ever. I mean, in my lifetime, these are probably the most played songs. Piano Man, Living on a Prayer, and Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. I would say they're the most played songs. And I don't need to hear them once. If I'm living on the moon or a deserted island, that's one of the things I'd be grateful for. Ah, shit. Hey, man, we'd have nothing to eat. And we don't have any video games. No phone reception, no internet. And then I'm sitting there on a log. I'm like, well, at least we don't have to hear Don't Stop Believin' ever again. Can you look at the bright side of the situation, ladies and gentlemen, of the crash site? I'd imagine I'm speaking to a plane that's crashed. Wow, this is like a minute and a half, and I haven't even gotten to the story. A woman attacks her roommate for playing the same song. Oh, I said that already. And then it says, is there a more fitting song than this to freak out over? Oh, I have a feeling that's a hint to what the song is. It's going to be Freak Out, isn't it? 53-year-old Mary Ann Lannon has lived with her cousin in Clearwater, Florida for the past 5 years. Oh, have you? That's nice. Thanks for the history. You and your cousin, what are you guys doing? Do you have are you guys on TikTok? Like, what's happening? Did you open up a B&B? What's going on over there? Are you selling alligator jerky on the side of the road? What are you doing? Is it a meth operation? I want to know what your Florida lifestyle is like, 53-year-old Mary Ann Lannon. I have a feeling I'm going to get a glimpse of your music taste in about a second. Let's see what that's all about. Earlier this week, Mary Ann Lannon lost it when the cousin wouldn't stop blasting the same song over and over again on a loop. It happened around 12:15 in the morning on a Tuesday. And the song she freaked out over was Chic's 1978 disco hit, Le Freak. That's the one where they say freak out. You guys know that one? Freak out! Le Freak et Le Chic. I don't mind that song. On a loop, it might be aggravating, but just on the, on the face of it, there's much worse songs than that. What about Baby Shark on a loop? Oh, that's suicide right there. You play Baby Shark. If you wanted to torture me and tell you all my secrets, you just like tie me to a chair and play Baby Shark over and over again on a loop. I'd tell you all my secrets. I would tell you where all the hidden files are. I'd be like, not that I have secrets or hidden files. I just, So it says here, Mary Ann, the Floridian, shoved her 64-year-old cousin. 64 years old, you shoved her? She seems a little older to be shoved, man. Maybe there's something better you can do. Like, I don't know, shut off the music, Mary Ann? Shouldn't that be a choice? Just to shut off the music? So she shoved her 64-year-old cousin into, oh my goodness, get this. She shoved her cousin into a makeshift tiki bar that they'd set up, and then it collapsed. Her cousin fell through the tiki bar, landed face first on a speaker, ended up with a black eye. Wow, man, this is a night gone wrong. They got together. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, Marianne, come over. I'm going to make a makeshift tiki bar. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I love those drinks with umbrellas in it. Can you make me a zombie or perhaps a scorpion bowl? What about that? By the way, zombies are so damn strong. You know, now that we're on the topic of alcohol, like a zombie has about 6 different alcohols in it. It's like the limit of how many alcohols you can put into a drink. Long Island iced tea, 5. The zombie goes, you know what, Long Island iced tea? I like what you're doing, but I'm going to take it up a notch. I'm going to put 6 liquors in this beverage. Oh, yeah. Have a few of those and then dance to Le Chic. Le Freak. Le Freak, Le Chic. What is it? Is it Le Freak or Le Chic? The band is Chic. The song is Le Freak. Freak out! The cops arrested Marianne for domestic battery to the tune of Le Freak. This is a great disco song, man. There's nothing wrong with Le Freak. I dig it, man. Although, you know, I don't know why her cousins got on this Le Freak trip. You know, like this is the only song she wants to hear. Like, play some of the other songs. Play some from that genre, man. Just play a bunch of funk music at the tiki bar. That's a great time, man. Don't limit yourself. Put the Earth, Wind, and Fire on. You know, Kool and the Gang. Get it going. I'm going to read you some lyrics from Le Freak because I think they're deeply philosophical now that I look at them. Maybe the 64-year-old cousin is just trying to improve Marianne's life by hitting her with some deep lyrics. So it says here, all that pressure got you down, has your head spinning all around. And, you know, they're right. All the pressure's got all of us down. You know? I'm drunk on a Friday afternoon, as a matter of fact, because it's a pandemic and life is awful. And so here we are. All that pressure got you down, right? They're talking about the pandemic. This is 1978. I mean, unbelievable. Then they say, feel the rhythm, check the rhyme. Come on along and have a real good time. Look, they're giving you a solution to the pressure that's got us down. They're like, just feel the rhythm. You know what? Build a tiki bar if you don't have one. Go out back and get some straw. You'll get those little cups that have the little Easter Island moai faces on them. Did you guys know I knew they were called moai? Yeah, the statues on Easter Island are called moai, guys. Who's smart? This mofo. Rocking it on a Friday. And then it says, like the days of stomping at the Savoy, now we freak. Oh, what a joy. Now, I don't know what the Savoy is. I'd imagine that's like a pretty classy hotel back in Manhattan back in the day or something. When everyone was cool that went there and everyone was doing blow and having orgies on the 3rd floor. Maybe it was a place in L.A., you know, kind of like Studio 54. Then it says, just come on down to the 54, find yourself. Oh, my God, I didn't even know 54 was next, and I nailed it. Wow. These have got to be places in Los Angeles. The 54, yeah, clearly this is where the song comes from. Now just come on down to the 54, find your spot out on the floor, and freak out. Freak out. I mean, these people just know what's going on, man. They just want you to get on. It's like, hey, there's so much pressure and it's got your head spinning and life isn't easy. Just get on the dance floor and freak out. What does freak out mean? That just means just listen to your body. All right? Move the way you feel like you want to move and don't listen to anybody. All right? Certainly don't listen to Marianne, age 54 from Clearwater.
You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult? No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
A Florida man is accused of jumping naked on a neighbor's trampoline before breaking into their home. A Florida man's accused of leaping up and down, having a grand old time on the neighbor's adult trampoline, family-sized trampoline. Just letting you guys know, I'm trying to paint a picture for you guys. It's a family-sized trampoline, probably the kind that has that net around it so that the little kids can't just fall off and crack their skull on an alligator, which is what happens. You really need a net around your trampoline because just an alligator will just walk up and be like, wow, what's this, bouncing treats? Oh, I'm going to stick my schnoz right on there and grab one of these things. So jumping on a neighbor's trampoline while naked, that's the key word, naked. And then later breaking into her home. Breaking in, that's another key word, and you need to understand this. Breaking into her home while still unclothed. Yeah, obviously he doesn't put his clothes on to go into the house. What do you think, authorities? You think he put his clothes on to then break into the house? I don't think so. Who is this Florida man, our hero of the story? Adrian Lee Gonzalez Bradway. Too many names, man. Just break it down. Age 21, just having a grand old time. It's not easy being a 21-year-old in Florida these days. Yeah. There's no hope for the future. What, are you going to go to college? Why bother? You're in Florida. He was arrested and charged with burglary and criminal mischief with property damage of more than $200. I assume he broke the trampoline. Is that what happened? Maybe he broke the window to get in, though. It doesn't say. Could have broke that trampoline, though. He could have went really aggressive on that trampoline, you know, as Floridians tend to do. Now it says no bail has been set. No bail has been set. Oh, okay, good. Helpful information. I was about to bail this mofo out. I'm glad you told me. I was about to call down there and be like, hey, do you guys have an Adrian Lee Gonzalez Bradway that likes to jump on trampolines totally butt naked? Yeah, I'm going to bail his ass out because I like what he's doing. I like what he's bringing to the culture. He's just trying to be dynamic, you know. Most of us jump on trampolines with our clothes on. This guy's like, screw that. I'm taking it back to tribalism when we used to bounce on trampolines in the nude. According to the sheriff's office, this guy showed up naked at his neighbor's home. Was it the next door neighbor, or how far down was it? I want to know. It'd be weird if it was the guy next door and you knew him. You're like, Adrian, what are you doing? Are you on acid? Adrian, just trying to air it out, man. Just trying to air out my boys right now. You know? I don't know. I watched a YouTube video. It says if you bounce up and down naked on a trampoline every day for 20 minutes, you will increase the length of your member. I saw it on a YouTube video. It must be true. So he's bouncing up and down naked on the neighbor's trampoline. And then he began tapping on the door. I'm all done jumping on your trampoline. Perhaps I should come in. I can come in for some bacon and eggs. Perhaps you could feed me now. I've really bounced up an appetite. Hello, you recognize me? I'm your neighbor. You probably never see me without clothes on, but this is my thing. This is my thing. Have you heard of bath salts? Yeah, that's what I got from a guy off Craigslist today. And here I am. The resident asked Gonzalez Bradway if he needed assistance. Well, that's very nice. I'm sorry, do you need assistance? Just like one of these like super nice neighbors. They don't even realize what's about to happen. The dude's been bouncing on your trampoline naked for how long and you haven't called the police? You're like that nice? Are you stupid? This is why we need stun guns to be distributed for situations like this. Like, do you need assistance? I see you've been out there for three hours bouncing on my trampoline. I was going to call the cops, but I thought maybe you need something. You need some water? What do you need? What do you need? You dummy! He did not respond, this guy, Adrian. 30 minutes later, the woman said she saw him jumping on her family's trampoline naked again. Okay. Also, this time, touching himself. Oh, boy. This is what you get for hanging around for this scene. Why wouldn't you call the cops right away when your neighbor shows up naked to your backyard and is trespassing already? I don't understand why you're giving this guy. I mean, you give him a yard. What do they call that? You give him 12 inches, you get 6 inches. This is what happens. That's not a penis joke. That's just how it is. You know, you're giving this guy way too much benefit of the doubt, as they say. What did you think he was going to do? Just calm down and come in for a cup of tea? What did you think was going to happen? He was going to put his clothes on and be reasonable? What did you think? He was going to mow your lawn for you? Hey, actually, now that I've jumped on your trampoline for several hours naked because I'm completely messed up on meth, now I'm going to weed whack your driveway. So if you could just show me where the weed whacker is, I'm going to help you out today. What are you thinking, Floridian, with your home? You know, some people that own homes don't deserve them. They just don't. You just don't deserve a home. If you can't handle a situation like this, you're stupid. You don't deserve a home. Here I am just giving, oh man, you know, I calculated how many. I've gave landlords between New York and Los Angeles like well over $100,000 in rent, I think, in my life. You know, which anywhere else would be enough to like buy some shit. Like buy a house. I could probably buy a place in Florida with that money, right? But these homeowners are just like, oh, this guy's at my door naked. Honey, should we ask him if he's dehydrated? Should we do that? Yeah, good idea, dummy. You should actually get yourself a stun gun from that 12-year-old. That's what you should do. The rumor has it that it's getting late. Oh, man. Guys, listen to La Freak. Lead yourself in the weekend with this nice funk song. Funk disco. I don't know what category it is specifically. It's like a funk disco, I would say. Get it going on, guys. You know? Get that disco ball out. Build yourself a tiki bar. Build a tiki bar. Oh, boy. I would love to build a tiki bar. That would be amazing. Tremendous. Anyone want to build a tiki bar with me? Who wants to do it? I'll do it. We'll do it together. And then we'll split the cost of filling the tiki bar with delicious adult beverages. And then we'll invite friends over. Are people gathering right now? I think so. Everything's opening up. Sort of. Life seems to be becoming sort of normal, I think. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you are. I don't know. My country seems to be trying to live a normal life. Let's see what happens. We will see what... The jury's still out on this one, guys. I want to thank Danny Jagger. Danny Jager. Is it Danny Yeager? Like the booze? Danny Yeager sent me a tremendous email. And Danny Yeager is from Alaska. Listening from Alaska? Unbelievable. I got fans in Alaska. I never thought I'd see the day. Never thought I'd see the day when I have some fans in Alaska, you know, living up there with the moose and shit. I didn't even know they had electricity. What the hell? They get podcasts up there? What, are you out of your mind? How? I also want to give a shout out to Connie. Connie sent me the trampoline article. It's tremendous. I got a bunch of articles from people from Florida, Florida-related articles, I got to say. So that was pretty cool. I love it. Love you all. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for showing. Thank you for caring. Thank you. Just let's turn this into an Air Supply song. Now the night has gone. Now the night has gone away. Oh, man. Leading you into the weekend with some great, just salacious Florida stories. I just love that word. I've said it a few times this week. What's a better word? If you can think of a better word to describe Floridians, I'm all ears, man. Any English majors out there want to help out the show? I'll give you a writing credit. Okay. What else did I want to say? Did I get another? Oh, Miss Jones. Shout out to Miss Jones for sending me an article. Charlotte Jones. She's reached out to me before. Big shout out. I love it when I hear from you guys. It's lovely. Lovely. She's from Alberta, which I believe is in Canada. Is that in Canada? I love my Canadians, by the way. Love you, Canadians. I want to drink with you, Canadians. I want to get blasted with Canadians. That would be a good time. I should just go up and do a Canada tour and then just go to people's houses and get drunk at your house and record Weird AF News. What about that? Would that be a cool thing? Would you guys support that? I don't think I'm allowed to go there, to be honest with you, though. I think they would stop me at the border. Are you an American? I'm like, yeah. They're like, no, we don't let you idiots in here. And then I'm like, touche. I don't blame you. You have standards to uphold. I understand it. We are terrible people. We cannot behave ourselves. And I don't blame you for saying no, for denying access. Oh, last before I least. Yeah, Jonesy's in great shape today. Last before I least. Please join the Patreon and support me. Patreon.com. Please support my caffeine habit. That's what I want you to do. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews. Support the show. Support a 5-day-a-week Weird News podcast show. The only one of its kind. Who's doing 5-day-a-week Weird News? This guy. And trying to work a full-time job. And trying to not be so distraught over the pandemic and the fact that my career's gone. Just trying to keep it together, guys. Keeping it together. Yeah. So support. If you like it, support. Weird AF News Patreon offers some additional. It's not just like throwing money at Jonesy for nothing. You get some stuff out of it. Weird AF News Patreon offers some additional Weird AF related content. Oh yes, some of it's very personal to me too. So you get a little glimpse into my life. You know, like there's videos of me in there trying stupid shit, stupid treats, weird treats from around the world. God, I can't even talk. Weird treats from everywhere, and I try them, and I give my reaction, and it's pretty funny, I think. Got bonus episodes. I put some MP3s up there that you can download. My comedy album, some songs. Good times. These are the good times. Our new state of mind.